ride to the beat with my hopes and my dreams like a boat in the sea. Let it ride from the west to the east. Be the best you can be. Let the rest in peace while I try.
What's goody, fam? You already know who it is. It's ShakaShine, and I'm coming back at it with another reaction on ShakaShine Reacts. Today, I got to give a big old shout out to Travis, and their request was NBA, and this is the Dream Team documentary part 2. Now, make sure you have checked out the playlist so you don't lose your place in any of this, because you don't want to miss any bit of this. Now, for the people that have been hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and hitting that comment button, you know me, there's a channel of giving credit when credit's due, and y'all deserve all the credit, so I gotta say thank you. Truly appreciate every single one of y'all. For the people that are waiting on their requests, as you can see, we get every single one of y'all. If I set up it on the list, it's on the list and it's coming up. But you can always skip the line with just a donation, links right underneath the like button, and I'll make sure I get your reaction out within 72 hours. Now, I'm not gonna keep on going. Let's get straight into this reaction.
The bad boys. And if you can coach those, you can coach anybody.
One player Daly wouldn't be coaching in the Olympics, however, was his own star in Detroit, point guard Isaiah Thomas, who controversially had been left off the team's roster.
Uh-oh.
No matter how much people try to say now, it was no big a deal. It was a big deal.
I talked to Isaiah at the beginning of the year about the aspect he wasn't on the team, and he was not comfortable with it. I'm sure he is very hurt. He's a very deserving player, but he was not selected.
Thomas was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but was also seen by many as the biggest cultivator of the bad boys image in Detroit.
Which, again, would make sense why, you know what I mean?
And now Isaiah Thomas and our rider swinging.
Isaiah was the general. He was the guy that would yap at his teammates and say, knock them on the ass, do whatever you got to do.
A beautiful backdoor pass from Pippen, and he is walloped. He knew he was going to get hit.
I despised the way that he played the game.
He didn't care. He don't care at all. Like, at all.
Did you want him on the dream team?
No, I did not want him on the team.
Did Michael? Did you want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but I don't think he wanted him on the team.
He's so professional and like just well put together. Scottie Pippen, man.
Now, there has been speculation that your icy relationship with Isaiah Thomas is the reason that he was not selected. Well, what is your reaction to that?
That was one of the stipulations put to me prior to me even committing, that Isaiah wasn't a part of the team. I was getting strong innuendos that it wasn't just, it was coming from higher places that didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team.
Certainly things are being pointed at me because of our relationship and of course about the way that the end of the game between Detroit and Chicago ended.
And I want to see that. Hopefully, you better show it right here.
We were picking the group just after the Pistons had been eliminated by the Bulls, and it was very bad timing for Isaiah. Everybody had fresh in their mind the picture of Isaiah walking off the court.
Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. They left the bench along the 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left.
When the Pistons...
Dang, that's weak, man. If you can't even take it, like, you lost. Just eat it. Come on now.
walked off the court before the final bell. I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah, I don't like that. What do y'all think? Do you personally don't care? I think that's messed up. I don't mess with that. But, you know, to each their own. So let me know what you think. Do you think it was a big deal, or should they have just stayed and played? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Put it in the comments.
All right. No Isaiah Thomas stuff.
No Isaiah Thomas questions.
Cool.
Jordan and the team were done answering questions about Isaiah. But with training camp approaching, a bigger question would need to be answered.
Hello, how you doing?
How would the 12 stars that were selected play together?
Welcome.
training camp began on June 22nd, 1992, in La Jolla, California. And when the gym doors opened, no one was quite sure what to expect, especially the players themselves.
It's a lot of egos in one gym and on one team. Everybody wanted their form to shine and showcase why they were a part of this team.
With all these stars on the team, if it comes down to the last shot, who's gonna take the shot?
Me. Everybody in the world has an ego.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone wants to be like that game winner. You know what I mean?
The only difference between us, we have a reason to have an ego.
Every one of us felt like we was the
That's a good one. And yeah, everyone felt like they were it.
And when practice started that first day, every player seemed to be trying to prove just how great they were.
It was a very competitive practice, and I'm thinking, aren't we all on the same team?
Patrick go, I don't want to play with David, I want to play against him. Then you hear Michael say, I don't want to be on Magic's team, I want to play against him.
You're on the same team though right now. Y'all gotta set all that aside. All of that needs to be set aside. Period, point blank.
Every evaluation of Michael Jordan at that time was, he's good, but he's never Magic Johnson. In my competitive nature, I want to use every little bit that I could gather so that I can gain an advantage.
Karl Malone, he's the only guy I would even compare to myself at the power forward position. So I want to prove that I was the best power forward in the world.
Charles. Yeah, he's a great talent. Do I think he's better than me? Hell no. So
yeah, it's gonna be a whole bunch of this.
do this. By the time this over with, you're gonna be thinking I'm damn good too.
First practice, Barkley drives baseline and Karl Malone jumps up like this. Barkley just dunked on him so hard. It was just an unbelievable play. I felt like, man, I cannot believe that I'm part of this practice.
It would be very, very intense.
A few days later, the team had a chance to acclimate themselves to playing on the same side. Chuck Daly had scheduled a scrimmage against a select group of college players, a group thrilled to be facing off against their idols.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I found out today I might be picking up Magic a little bit full court, so, you know, things are just happening for me that really makes me happy.
My whole thought process was don't embarrass yourself, and that was like the theme for me, like just hang in there.
A lot of those people that I've looked up to, Barkley, Malone, a lot of those people talk confidence, and I think it's going to be a good matchup, you know. There's no advantage on either side.
Okay. Yeah, he getting a little cocky. I want to see how this goes.
For the college players, it was a chance to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly, it was an opportunity to get his stars to grow into a single unit.
I think we're somewhere between the mentality of an all-star game and trying to come together as a team. So we've got to continually work on this.
Daly had been hired for his ability to manage personalities and egos. And when the scrimmage began, it became apparent that his players had left one of their biggest weapons, those egos, somewhere else.
The non-fan would think, well, they're going to go in there and they're each going to want their own ball and Jordan's going to be hogging.
Nah, they see, because that's the difference again, like everyone wants to be, that's the difference between basketball then and basketball now. Back then, people want to be the superstars, but they overall know it's a team game. Nowadays, they don't care. Like, well, I don't care if my team wins or not, but I'm gonna look good. And that's not it.
Ball and, you know, Magic's going to be dribbling all over the place. Point of fact, it was the exact opposite. They overpassed.
It was like, I don't want to start it off. You know, you do it. And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't want to step.
Hold on, let me go back.
And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt any egos. So these young kids, they were killing us.
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
Chris Webber was a man
I thought, boy, that's guys.
They got a good one on him with that one.
From this league, I could get out of here.
Bobby Hurley was dominant.
I did have some success penetrating and collapsing the defense, and our energy, our excitement to play, all those things played in our favor.
Bobby Hurley didn't play 2 seasons in the NBA. Nevertheless, it did expose the one weakness they could have had, which is defending against quick guards.
They were playing great. Then I noticed that Michael Jordan's not playing.
I'm saying something. Chuck, then he said, we're all right. Yeah, we're all right.
Daly watched as his players failed to make up the deficit. And in their first taste of outside competition, the Dream Team lost.
Dang. Which is, again, says a lot. Just because you have good people doesn't mean like you can just get it. You need to have it cohesive. Y'all need to work together. A nice, well-oiled machine. Y'all need to make sure that you got that on point.
A story their coach didn't want the press to get their hands on.
I remember Chuck saying as soon as the game ended and we were getting ready to let media in, it was erase the scoreboard.
Because people would be talking about that for a long time.
The media comes in, scores, if not hundreds. They can sense something. You can feel the tension, or you can feel something in the air.
Well, some of these college players we've just got through playing against probably should be on this team, but they'll get their chance.
The teams posed for a picture together, both not sure what to make of what had just happened.
I bet.
But the man in charge may have had the answer.
He threw the game. You know, Chuck threw the game. If you look how much Jordan played and how he subbed guys in.
See, and that's another thing. Coach got to know what he's doing. Like, a lot of people don't understand really the importance of a coach, and it is critical. It is a critical job, man. You need to know how to do this right.
Not picking up, not making any adjustments. He knew what he was doing.
It was legit. It felt tremendous. You know, what we were doing that day, you know, they couldn't stop it.
There are kids who believe in Santa Claus too, and the Easter Bunny, and now that they've grown up, I hate to burst their bubble, but it was a game thrown. Not many people would have done it, and he did it.
That caller up too, man.
It was gratifying to Chuck for us to get our butts beat like that, because now we had to listen to him.
From then on, he had a way of just saying, you know, you could lose.
Yeah.
After fixing his collars and his hair, his speech was, anybody can get beat, so you gotta be ready to play. And I think that's the only speech he ever gave us.
The message got across. I mean, you know, Chuck couldn't have been happier, I'm sure.
It was brilliant on Chuck's part to be able to orchestrate that and play along like he didn't.
Why didn't he tell you guys?
We probably would have screwed it up.
Probably.
The next day, training camp ended with a rematch against the college kids. And once play started, everything made sense again.
The tables were turned drastically.
I bet. Because no one wanted to let that happen again.
We showed them why we are who we are. We pretty much beat them by 100.
They couldn't score.
Jeez. Straight up couldn't score, that's a whole different thing.
And by the way, Jordan played a lot more that next scrimmage.
All right, y'all. And that is the part 2. So, learning a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Seeing some more insides of the Dream Team that I've never seen before, so I'm messing with that heavy. Again, thank you, Travis. Anything that y'all think that I'm missing, that I need to know even more about, if you have more insights, please put it in the comments. teach me some, we'll have discussions and that. And again, don't forget to check out the sports playlist because we have a ton of sports reactions. Now, if you're making it this far, you might as well hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that comment button. Let me know your favorite basketball player and what else you want to see me react to. If you already are doing that and making it this far, I gotta say, thank you.